Hey everybody, it's Kira and welcome back to my channel. So today I have my July wrap up and haul for you guys. Sorry, my window's open, so if you can hear noise, that's what it is. I read so many books this month. I read an entire 8-book series in like a week and a half, I think, which I wasn't originally planning to do, but then it just kind of happened. So I'll do my haul first and then get into the books that I read this past month. So first up we have Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I got this as part of Barnes & Noble's buy one get one half off of their hardbacks. I actually went in with one of my friends and we each got a book. So it was just so good. I really enjoyed this book. I read it earlier this year and yeah, just really enjoyed it. So now I have my own copy. Same thing with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I just ordered this off of Amazon because I was like, I finished it and I was like, I need to own this. So I just got my own copy. I actually ended up, it was the only one they had online, but it's actually one of the special editions ones. So the cover is blue instead of black. And there's the this bookmark, and I think there's something else in here. Oh, there's like an intro. What is this? Some little extra introduction thing. So yeah, I'm very excited to eventually reread this and be able to annotate it because it was just so good. And that also applies to Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I loved this book so much. I read this in one night with my friend, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but I was on vacation and saw it at a bookstore and I was like, you know what, I kind of need my own copy, so now I have it. So that's on of the haul. Let's see, I have to refer to my notebook to tell you the order of books that I read things in, but actually Book Lovers is the first thing that I finished in the month of July. So yeah, so this came in for me at the library, and me and my friend Elizabeth decided we were going to read it together. And so we originally were going to do like this little book club thing where we're like, okay, so we'll read about like 3 chapters a day, or 3 chapters like, and then we'll kind of meet up and discuss it. So I go home and I'm just kind of doing whatever on my phone or whatever, and Elizabeth texts me, she's like, I finished the first 3 chapters, like, and it was really good, and I was like, okay, I better get to it. So I finished the first 3 chapters, and then we like call each other, we're like, oh my gosh, this is so good, and then we're like, should we keep going? We're like, yeah, let's keep going. So we read the entire book in one day and called each other for in between like each 3 chapters to talk about what had just happened, and it was a really fun experience. And oh my gosh, we definitely could not have waited, either one of us could not have waited to like stretch it out. It just needed to be read like immediately. So Nora is a like really harsh book editor, or she's a book literary agent, so she like works between the publishing company. Words are so not happening right now. She works between the publishing company and the authors to make sure everything is going smoothly and everything. And her younger sister Libby requests that they go on this vacation. It's like one last little hurrah. And so they go to this really small town, and then they meet Charlie, who is actually also from the book publishing industry, and I mean it's an adult romance, so you kind of know what's going to happen, but it's so cute and fun and just amazingly bookish. And this was the first of Emily Henry's books that I've read, and I just fell in love with it. Well worth the hype. Very well done. After that, I read the illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which I borrowed from my mom. It was really fun to reread this book. It's been a while since I've read Harry Potter, so I've been slowly working my way through the illustrated editions, so it was just really fun and enjoyable. I don't really have anything else to say about it. Okay, so after that, I read the entire Missing series, which they're all gonna fall over now, by Margaret Peterson Haddix. So we have Found, Sent, Sabotaged, Torn, Caught, Risked, I can't say that word, Revealed, and Redeemed. So, these are all kids' books, and they are about children missing in time. So, this first book, Found, follows Jonah, 13-year-old Jonah, and his 11-year-old sister Catherine, and Jonah's new friend Chip, who moved in close by to them, they start receiving these mysterious letters, and it sends them on this whirlwind adventure where they find out that there were 36 kids stolen from time by time travelers when they were babies, and they had crash landed in the present day, and so they've been growing up in this disjointed time. So Jonah and Chip are both part of the missing children. Catherine is not. And so thus begins them trying to figure out how to return each of the kids to their own proper time. So, I had read the first 2 books a long time ago and never continued on the series, but I own the whole series, so I was like, I should probably read them. They were so good. I was expecting them to be kind of formulaic, like the Magic Tree House series, where like you kind of can expect what's going to happen, but they're still enjoyable. But they changed it up. Margaret Peterson Haddix changed it up every single book, so everything was different. And when you thought you would learn something else would happen and change how you thought of things. So this first book, Found, is really just set up for them going back in time. And then Scent is the first book where they actually do go back in time. So I don't even know how to talk about these without giving spoilers. I think my favorite one, I really liked Caught, actually, which is when they go to Albert Einstein and his wife. I thought that was very fascinating. I think, honestly, I got a little bit annoyed by the ending, by Redeemed, just this last book, because we follow a different narrator, and we've been following the same narrator in Jonah for 7 books, and then you get to this last book, and because of huge crazy things that happen in the second to last book, in the 7th book, in this 8th book we have a different narrator, and I was kind of disappointed, so it actually definitely wasn't my favorite, but everything did like end well, and they like tied it all together and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. So like in this one, in Scent, the second book, we kind of find out about how this time travel thing works, and about tracers, which are like what they're kind of like images of what should have happened in history. And so you're like, okay, cool. So then you go to book 3, Sabotaged, and you're like, okay, we kind of know what to expect. We kind of know what to expect as far as like this going back in time and tracers and all this stuff. And then you meet a new character named Second Chance, who is trying to sabotage their mission to return these kids to history. And then you get Torn, book 4, and you get this instance where like time has completely shifted and is off its course and should not have happened. And so Jonah kind of has to like play a different role in this one. So I guess I could say where they go to. Let's see. Now they're just all over. So yeah, Scent is when they go to Edward V, King of England. So it's like 1400s, I think. And then Sabotaged is Lost Colony of Roanoke, so early 1600s, I think. And then Torn is 1611, and Henry Hudson's ship in the James Bay. And then, yeah, like I said, Caught is Albert Einstein and his wife. And then, which one's book 6? Wrist. This one's the Romanov children, Anastasia and Alexei, which I really, really, really enjoyed this one too, actually. And then Revealed is Charles Lindbergh, and then Redeemed is honestly just all over the place. But I was very impressed with the series as a whole, and it kept surprising me throughout the whole thing. And I mean, they're kids' books, so they're very easy to like understand and read, but I didn't feel like they were too juvenile in any way. So they were very well done, and I quite enjoyed them. And then I ended the month with These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. So my friend Elizabeth, she had read these a while back and thought they were really amazing. And I'd like seen them on TikTok, and I know Chloe Gong is also on TikTok. So I was kind of like, ooh, like this sounds interesting, but I just hadn't read it. So I finally put them on hold, and oh my gosh, they are amazing. The writing in these is fantastic. I was super, super impressed by the writing style. And honestly, like the way this first one opens too, like, in Glittering Shanghai, a monster awakens. Just even this like prologue part is just like incredible. So if you don't know, These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends, it's just a duology, but it is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in 1920s Shanghai with two opposing mob families, mobsters, or gangs. I don't know. Is there a difference? I don't know. But there's a blood feud between the two gangs, between Juliet and Roma's parents and their families. And it also includes magic and monsters. Not as much magic, but a little bit, but mostly monsters. So I was very impressed. It was fun because I remember bits and pieces about Romeo and Juliet. Obviously, I know, the main things, but it was fun trying to figure out like which character falls into which thing, and what are all of the other side plots going on in the original Romeo and Juliet, and then how are they different or the same in this one. It was really, really well done. The other interesting thing is that Chloe Gong twisted how their relationship, Romeo and Juliet's relationship, is. So obviously in the original play, they meet and they fall in love, so it's love at first sight. But in this book, we actually have some history. So the two of them were lovers 4 years ago, and then they both like betrayed each other, or there was like betrayal happening, and then Juliet ended up leaving, and so then she comes back to Shanghai, and so they have this like past lovers, like exes, tension between them, but also like there's a lot of like bad history between them. It was so well done. Oh my goodness, it was amazing, and I really want my own copies now. But yeah, they were just incredible. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to follow me on social media, all my links will be in the description as always. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!